So welcome back to this channel once again, and today in this video session I will discuss call and call PRC command in CL programming. So we can either use a call command or a call PRC command in CL program. Yes, of course, sure. But there is some conditions that when we can use a call or a call PRC command. So if we are calling another program in our CL program, then we would be using call command, or in case if we are calling a bounded procedure, we would be using call PRC command. Now what types of procedure we can call means either a service program procedure or a bound procedure means a bound module. So even we can call a bound module as a procedure in that CL program using call PRC command. Now call PRC command is not valid in OPM programs. Sure. So two things here. First thing is, if a program a call PRC, if a CL source member is CLP, then we cannot use call PRC command there. And the other thing is, if we are using call PRC command, then only we can call those procedures or modules which are created using ILE concept. Means there would be some module and a separate program for them, or a service program. Okay, so if a program created using the create bind RPG or create bind CL command means the OPM programs, on that we cannot call those programs using call PRC as a procedure. Okay, so call has two parameters and call PRC command has three parameters. Call has two parameters, mainly program name and parameters list, so whatever the parameter that program is accepting. And call PRC is having three parameters. The first one is the procedure name, that bound procedure name, either a service program procedure or a module name which we are calling. And parameter is basically which we are passing as a parameter to that module or a service program procedure. And return val is something which is returning the value. So if there is no return val, then it should be star none. And in case of parameter also, here two things, by value or by reference. As we all know, in ILE we can pass the parameter using call by reference or call by value. Okay, so let's now move to the examples so that we could get more details regarding this and have an hands-on on this. So here are some examples which I created. So let's discuss one by one. This is Oct1A. This is a simple RPG program which I will be creating a you can say bind, you can say OPM program. Okay, and this is also a simple CL program on which I am creating OPM CL program. Okay, so this accepting two this is having two variables, var1 var2, and we are concatenating those two variables. Okay, and we are sending the message to the program. Now here also in Oct1A we are summing two numbers simply and we are displaying the sum. Okay, now they are not accepting any value or any parameter. Now I can call them I can call Oct1A. So it depends upon me if I want to give the library name, means the fully qualified name, that is including the library and the program name, and there is no parameter at all, so I'm not providing the parameter list here. So if in case I'm not providing the library, it will look into the library list where that object exists. Okay, Now I can call oct1d also, oct1d also using the call command, because these are OPM programs. Okay, sorry, these are not compiled yet, so let me compile them. Oct1d is compiled, oct1a is compiled, and oct1 is still can be created using 14 option, because they are just using the call command. So displaying the sum and then that message which is on a display job log, hi IBMI. Okay, so this is the message which was sent using this send pgm command in oct1d. Now this is the demo for simple call command, as we all know about this. So let's just focus on call PRC here, because the main uh, important thing which I'm gonna telling here in this video is call PRC. Okay, so another program, oct1b. So here we have a procedure which is uh, defined in this module oct1b. So here we can see that this is oct1 addition procedure which is accepting two number and returning the sum. Okay, and we are calling this procedure in this program in this main procedure. So this is the sub procedure, addition is the sub procedure, and we are calling that in the main procedure of this program, of this module. Okay, sum equals to 0, sum equals to addition 5 10. So we are passing those to 5 and 10 because we have defined these as value. So this is accepting call by value. Okay, and returning the sum, and we are displaying the sum. So first thing is to create a module using option 15 means command create RPG mod. So this module is created. Now I need to create a program, create pgm command oct1b. The module is oct1b. Let's press enter. Program is also created. Okay, so now we have one module and program for this oct1b. Same with the oct1e. Let's see. So we are not passing any parameter to this. We are having var1 and var2, and we are some concatenating these two. So let's do one thing, pass some value here, or initialize some value here. Hello. Calling. So we are creating the module first and then the program for oct1e. Okay, now these are ILE module and programs. Now we can call them using call PRC, that is oct1b and oct1e. Call PRC oct1b. So we are not passing any parameter and we are not returning any value. So this is simple call PRC. Call PRC 1e. Okay, now for example, if I want to create this oct1, so this is not possible to create that using 14 options. So I need to first create a module. So this module is created. Now I'll be creating the program oct1. Now I need to bind those modules to them. So oct1d is still okay for me. Oct1b, that I need to bound because I'm calling the module of that, and oct1e. Okay, now this program is created. So I bounded oct1b and e to this oct1 module. So if I do dsp pgm oct1, I can see these modules bound to them, and actually we are calling those things. Okay, now just call 65, the next is 50, and other things we can see in DSP job log for the CL messages. Hello calling and hi IBMI. Okay, we can see that everything executed without any error. Okay, now this is the module and service program oct1c and oct1f. So one is basically the RPG module and CL service program, and the other one is the CL module and service program. So let's see what is this. So here also I can see there is no domain here, means we have this subtract sub procedure and we are calling that subtract sub procedure inside the main procedure. So yes, we can create a service program on this also, but in this case the procedure would be oct1c, not the subtract, because subtract is a sub procedure and that is not exported. Okay, so if I compile and create a module, then creating a service pgm oct1c all dsp srv pgm oct1c. I can see the module and the procedure name. Yes, sure, oct1c is the procedure name. The same way I can compile this also. 15, creating the service program oct1f, that is CL service module service program. So if I do dsp srv pgm on that, I can see the CL module, and oct1f is the procedure. So oct1c and f, now I can call these two. So for them also I don't need to pass any parameters or return value, so simply I can replicate these two lines again, and oct1c and oct1f I can call them using call prc again. The thing is to bind those two new modules. If something happens, okay, now just check this. Either I can bound the module oct1c and oct1f, this is also possible, and calling them. F10 shift F6, so I can see the job log messages as well. There is no for the last one I'm not getting any result. Okay, because I didn't pass anything. So here I didn't initialize var1 and var2, they are blank. Okay, now I can see that I can still call these two service program procedures, but they are not actually domain procedures. Now I can create that service program either by oct1c and oct1f are the service programs. So if I take F10 page down, and I can bind oct1c plus those two service programs to this program. Now I'll be able to create them. So using both the ways, either by binding the module or by binding the service program, you can do that, because we have the service programs now available with us. Now the next thing is, for example, this is the thing, we have a domain module here, okay, in RPG, and we just mentioned or created the subtract procedure there, and we have the procedure prototype and the procedure interface for that, which is accepting two numbers and returning the result, sure, and of type 4p0. And here we can see it is accepting call by value, okay, and this is exported as well. One more thing, if I would copy this and make this C2, and again I'm creating the same subtract procedure, okay, I'm not doing anything here. So the simple thing is I'm removing this value, so that means it is called by reference. Now means the address will be passed in that case, okay, so this is called by reference. So what I'll do, I'll create the module for these two first. I can see the modules are created. Now I'll be creating the service program oct1c1 and oct1c1. oct1c1 is the module. So all this service program is created, and oct1c2 is another service program which is created. So oct1c1 is called by value and oct1c2 is called by reference, okay. Now I need to call them, so I would be calling them using call prc, okay. What I'll do, call prc, take F4. So both have the subtract procedure, so I am calling that subtract procedure because this is now a domain module. And at the oct1c1 we have call by value, so by val here, and the parameter name would be, for example, and num1, and we will be passing two numbers, and num2 by val. We would be returning something, so for example say result and result, okay. We will be declaring those three variables, those three variables, and num1 decimal 4,0, and say for example I am passing the numbers as 21 p2 ps 122, okay. and resc is the character variable. So we return the res, and now we'll convert this to and resc and res, that decimal to the character, and then send bgm message and resc. The message type would be just I'm giving the completion message. Okay, the same way I'm calling this again, call prc subtract, but now this time by ref. Okay, so if I take f4 I can see those two value options, by ref or by value. Okay, so one will be called from the service program called oct1c1, and another will be oct1c2. Okay, so module is created. So using both ways I can create the program either by binding the service program or the module. Okay, oct1c1, oct1c2. Why it is not created? Let me check. Workshop shift F6. This is for module. Just check in the job log. Definitions applied multiple times for symbol subtract. Yeah, sure. Both have the same name procedure. Now what I can do is take F4, F10, page down. Is there any option here? Let me check. Create option detail, now update. Okay, there are no options for such things, that we can provide the same name, duplicate name procedures. So let me change that name to for example say uh, subtracted. Okay, subtracted and the subtracted. Okay, I'll be compiling the module and the service program. Okay, I need to change this to subtracted. Okay, oct1c1, oct1c2. Now this program is compiled successfully. Now I can call this 65 15 20 -1 and all. ASP job log. So there is some error. -01 work member PDM. Let me check. Okay, 52. Change 20 30. Okay, DSP job log. So the result would be -1 in that case, but now the result is in positive value, so that we can see, and we can see that in the messages also. So here we have seen that how we can use the call commands with the while calling the other PGMs, either RPG or CL or any other PGM. Okay, and yes, we can pass the parameters with them. Here we didn't pass that, yes, but we can pass a parameter normally. And with call PRC, as you can see that sometimes it requires to pass the parameters, and in case if it is star none, it is by default star none, return value is by default star none. So here we saw that how we call the call procedure of a service program, and we pass the values by parameters by values or the by reference, and we return the values or display them. Okay, so uh, I think this is a concept which is lies behind the call PRC, and that's all. I think not more than this. I think I have covered every point regarding the call PRC command. So now after watching this video, we all can, whosoever is not so not have some such hands-on this call PRC command, they can have hands-on this command and can execute any module or any procedure of a service program, either a no main procedure or a main procedure, using this call PRC command in their CLLE. So in case, what I am telling is, in case if it is CLP, means if it was CLP, I won't be able to write the call PRC command, and call PRC command is not supported there. So first thing you need to do is to you need to change that CLP source member to the CLLE if you want to call that, or if you want to use that call PRC command. So this is introduced in the ILE serial. So that's all in this video. Thank you and have a nice time.